Hey everyone, welcome back to the Beyond the Film podcast. Today we are doing episode 11 of our podcast, and we are going to talk about the next generation of Hollywood. So we're seeing a lot of newcomers in terms of acting, which we're going to talk about. A lot of new actors that are coming up that are, have amazing talent that people are finally seeing. And obviously, as the older ages of Hollywood start to kind of go into more mature roles, we're seeing newer actors come to fill their shoes. So we are going to talk about 13 actors specifically who we think are one day going to be amazing, and they're really going to kind of rule Hollywood. They're going to be at the forefront of Hollywood and of movies. So a lot of these actors, we picked them based on whether they were very young, whether they just started out or just started making a career and being known as a breakout star in Hollywood, or just whether or not we think that they really are reaching their high point right now and they're making a lot of films that are just doing really well at this point in time, which hopefully will continue into the future. With that being said, I think we should just jump right into it. So first off, we're going to talk about John David Washington, who is absolutely amazing if you don't know who he is. So John David Washington is 36 years old. You may have seen him in films like Black KK Tenet, the new Tenet from 2020 from Christopher Nolan, Malcolm X, and Monsters and Men, among others. And some of the notable awards he's won include the Golden Globe for Best Actor in Drama. He was a nominee for this for Black KK. He won Best Actor for the African American Film Critics Association for Black KK. He was a nominee for Film Independent Spirit Awards Best Supporting Male for Monsters and Men. He was a nominee for Outstanding Male Actor for Screen Actors Guild for Black KK. He won the Hollywood Film Award Breakthrough Actor for Black KK and was named the IMDb Award Breakout Star in 2018. Now, John David Washington has definitely had a unconventional start to his career, I guess you could say, which we kind of read on about it. If you don't know, John David Washington is the son of the legend himself, Denzel Washington, who is obviously very, very well known in the acting world, quite a seasoned actor. And apparently, John, when he was first auditioning for roles, he would lie about who his dad was because he didn't want there to be any kind of bias towards him getting a role, which I think is actually really admirable. And I feel like we hear that a lot with kids or children of big stars like this who kind of want to break from that like legendary status just because their parents did something or their relatives are really like famous.
Yeah, and they also they want to be their own person.
Right. So I think that's what happened with John David Washington. But he is really good.
Yeah.
Like I can see. I think especially. I mean, of course you saw he got nominated like crazy for Black KK, but he really showed off in that movie. Like he's got a real. I think what I love about his work is that it feels very raw. It doesn't feel forced. And I think there's a different kind of acting. Like there can be actors who really are good at playing a character, right? Are really like in tune with that. I think what makes John David Washington so good is that he is just so real to himself, and he brings that a lot into his characters. It's like kind of like an intense commitment or grit to the roles he plays. So I loved him in Black KK. I thought he was phenomenal in that. And I'm super excited. I know you've seen Tenet, so please don't spoil.
Yeah, I won't spoil.
Tell me a little bit about how he did.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I just want to say that he was really good as the lead. Like he was just his performance, his different, the different set of emotions he displayed throughout the film, the action sequences he did. His performance was just really good. He was a really good lead, and he led the movie very well.
And I know that obviously, being opposite someone like Robert Pattinson,
yeah,
it's hard. He's like Robert Pattinson is amazing as well, as we'll talk about. But I mean, I think he really I think a lot of also people can agree that he really is going to be like at a forefront of this. He is just something else. Like he's got talent like his dad, and I can see it. And I think that is really going to help him kind of lead him into a very successful career. So I really hope that he starts kind of playing around with more things. But you know, even in the roles he played, even in Malcolm X, I think he did a really good job. He's obviously, you know, he was kind of helping out his dad there, who played the main lead. But I think I really have a feeling he's gonna be a breakout star. Like people are gonna see him as he's gonna be a future Oscar nominee. I can see it. I can just see it from his performances, and I really, really hope he's given a project that allows that to shine.
Yes. So now moving on, the next person we're going to be talking about is Ana de Armas, who is 32 years old, and her films that she was, most known for is Blade Runner 2049, Knives Out. She's going to be in the new James Bond film No Time to Die, and she was in a film called Knock Knock.
I believe that was with Keanu Reeves.
I think so.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So the notable awards she's won is the Golden Globe Best Actress in a Musical Comedy nominee for Knives Out, Latino Entertainment Journalist Association Breakout Actor in 2020, Spanish Actors Union Best Actress in an International Production for Knives Out, Films Infest Best Actress Annabelle, Gold Derby Award Breakout Performer nominee Knives Out. So I feel like she's also a very good actress, especially because she came here as an ESL person, like English second language, and she had to learn English, from speaking her native language. So I feel like she really, because it's not hard for people that are international to get roles in American movies if English is not your first language. So,
right, it's difficult, and I remember reading on it that she was set on wanting to have a career in the U.S. or in the Western industry, and so she taught herself, or she spent like years learning the language and watching and observing just to make sure that she could have a career here.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting that the amount of effort and time she spent into learning a whole new language just for that.
Yeah.
And I think it really paid off. I mean, even in Blade Runner 2049, I think.
Oh yeah, that was such a good movie.
I feel like she has such like a sweet soul, but she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
So she kind of has that like femme fatale aspect to her. I feel like at the same time. So even like again in like for example, Blade Runner 2049, I loved the chemistry between her and Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
I feel like it was such like she just I loved her character. Even in that like robotic sense, I guess it was just still so just the enthusiasm, the reliance of wanting being the one person that could make Joe K happy was being that character or being there for him. She did a really good job in that, and in Knives Out too. Actually,
she was really good in that movie.
Yeah, I kind of was a little like I didn't know how she would do just because in the beginning of the film, obviously again her character was very like soft spoken, very kind, just kind of wanting to do her work. And she definitely played to that, but I didn't know if she would be strong enough towards the end to like really encapsulate everything as a lead. Because there's a lot of times where the actors just like they aren't strong enough on their own.
And and it's
like just the way it is. And she did a really good job.
And there's times when actors are given the lead role and they can't live up to that because they're overshadowed by another actor.
That's what I mean. So it's about that dynamic balance, but you have to, as an actor, you have to be able to bring that. Like you can't you have to be seasoned enough to do the work, put in the time, come to set prepared and do your best. And I mean, with a cast like Knives Out and with Blade Runner, even with No Time to Die being a James Bond girl now, like even in the trailer, I thought she looked so badass.
Yeah.
Total femme fatale moment, like I was saying. And again, she's like one of the most gorgeous humans on the planet Earth. She's so pretty.
Yeah,
So,
she is.
but you can tell that she doesn't let she's confident enough to let her looks, they don't not let her looks speak for them itself. Like she has a mind of her own. She's got work. She's hardworking. She's committed. So she doesn't, I guess, like always take on those roles where it's just about being the sexy lead.
Yeah.
Right? Like I frankly, No Time to Dine was, I think, the first time she really took on that role, even though she could have. So that's actually very interesting to me, and I really, really appreciate that. And I think she's definitely going to go far because people are already signing her on for multiple projects, and especially with this James Bond role, I think she has a very, very bright future in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
She's already starting to become very more popular with people not so well known with the film world. Like they already are starting to kind of recognize her face and know her name, and I think that's gonna even skyrocket in the future. So next up, we'll talk about someone who I feel like basically everyone knows of now, which is actually really funny because he's not someone that is very, like, he hasn't been around in the industry for that long, but he's very well known now, and his name is Timothée Chalamet. Or Timothée, I don't know how to pronounce it.
I think it is the right pronunciation is Timothée.
But he just says, like, everyone calls him Timothy.
Yeah, because no one wants to pronounce that.
Timothée. So Timothée Chalamet is only 24 years old, and you've probably seen him in films like Call Me By Your Name, Lady Bird, Little Women, Beautiful Boy, The King, and Hot Summer Nights. And some notable awards he's won include he was a Best Actor nominee for an Academy Award for Call Me By Your Name. He was nominated for Best Supporting Actor for a Golden Globe for Beautiful Boy. He won the Independent Spirit Award for Best Male Lead in Call Me By Your Name. He was named the New York Film Critics Circle Best Actor for Call Me By Your Name. And he won the Gotham Independent Film Award for Breakthrough Actor for Call Me By Your Name. He also won the Lucille Lortel Award for Outstanding Lead Actor in Prodigal Son, and he was named BAFTA's EE Rising Star, where he was a nominee for that award. He literally is just, like, I feel like everyone knows who he is.
Yeah.
He's gotten, like, really popular in recent years, and you know what? I think this is one of the first times where I feel like the hype lives up to it. Like, he lives up to the hype, like, in terms of his talent. Because he really has a natural talent for acting.
Yeah, he's really good.
He really does a good job.
And he has actually quite a bit of range. Like all these roles have been so different, and he's really just done such a good job. Like I remember watching Beautiful Boy at TIFF, and it was such an amazing performance. Like it was.
Yeah, really.
It was not an easy performance too, because
He's playing that drug addict character.
Yeah.
So it was, honestly, I think that's also something that's a little, like, differentiates him from other people on this list, is that he started off with such a range of roles. Like that medieval character in The King, he played just a teenage boy in Hot Summer Nights and then Lady Bird. He played a, like, Victorian era kind of character in Little Women, who was also a very established character. Even in Call Me By Your Name, he played it like a whole different sexuality.
Yeah.
In Beautiful Boy, he played a drug addict. Like he's already proved himself to be someone who's capable of adapting. And I think that's why people know him so well, because he's catering to so many different audiences at once.
And he got the lead role in the upcoming Dune movie, which is a sci-fi film.
That is in of itself tells you how much he's already done. Like he's in terms of young actors, I think he is just someone like everyone knows of, and now directors are wanting to sign him on for these kinds of roles. And Dune already looks amazing, by the way. I'm so excited for Dune. Same. And I think he's gonna do a really good job in that. So, I can't wait to see what where it takes him. Hopefully he actually wins that Best Actor in the future. I'm sure he will, though.
Yes, so the next person we are going to be talking about is Saoirse Ronan, who is 26. She has been in a lot of movies, but the most notable ones are Lady Bird, Atonement, Mary Queen of Scots, Little Woman, and Brooklyn. So the notable awards, she's been nominated for an Oscar for 3 times in the leading role for Little Woman, Lady Bird, and Brooklyn. She was an Oscar nominee for Best Supporting Actress in Atonement. She won the Golden Globe Best Actress in a Musical Comedy for Lady Bird. She was a 5-time BAFTA nominee, an AACTA Best Lead Actress for Little Woman. She won a British Independent Film Award for Best Actress for Brooklyn. She won the Dublin Film Critics Circle Award for Breakthrough Artist for Atonement. She won the Film Independent Spirit Award for Best Female Lead in Lady Bird, and she won the Hollywood Film Award New Hollywood Award for Brooklyn. So she's been nominated and won quite a quite a bit of times.
Yeah, she's no what's it called? No stranger to Academy Award nominees. I feel like she's honestly, I don't know why, but in my head I feel like she's gonna be she's like a new Meryl Streep.
She's
If I
very,
can,
yeah.
I hate to compare to Meryl Streep because Meryl Streep is her own like being. Like no one would ever be able to compare to her. But I feel like she's really living up to that expectation. I guess.
And she's a good actress.
Really, she again is someone who puts a lot of heart and soul into her performances.
Yeah.
And it shows. It's incredibly clear.
Like for example, in like Lady Bird, she was great.
She was great. It was like it's so funny because that character is someone who is so just like you could see the character as someone who's just so like dry and just like the most regular normal teenage 18-year-old girl ever, but she turned it into something so heartfelt, of course alongside Greta Gerwig, who's also amazing and who she worked with again for Little Women. So yeah, in Lady Bird, that character is someone who could be received as like so dry, just like a normal 18-year-old teenage girl, right? But she turned it into something so heartfelt and so real and relatable, of course, alongside the amazing Greta Gerwig, who she worked with again in Little Women.
Yeah.
But even in Little Women, like that, she gave a lot of soul and a lot of a depth to her character.
I actually have not seen Little Women yet, so but you have.
To.
Yeah.
There's one monologue that she does. It's very famous now, where she talks about not wanting. Where she plays Jo March, and she's talking about how she doesn't really. She's not someone who wants to get married. Like although that's the expectation put upon her. So she's talking with Laura Dern's character about how she doesn't want to date. She wants to be more than just a woman who needs to do that. But she kind of breaks down and she goes, "But I'm so lonely." And like that one sentence hit everyone so hard because it just like her delivery in that was like, oh my god, like you could feel the connection between her and Jo.
Wow.
And I think that's again what's landing her all of these roles. She has such an admirable ability to like blend into a character and just put everything she has into a character and a performance and learning everything, every tick, every like feeling that this character has. So it's like this immediate adaptability to the role and this immediate connection that I think just gives her such an advantage in her performances and how they turn out so amazing.
Wow. I have to check that movie out, definitely.
Oh, for sure. I mean, even in Brooklyn, like she did a phenomenal job in Brooklyn. So yeah, I think obviously I know Timothée Chalamet and Saoirse Ronan are very close, and I think those two are really gonna be the next generation of Hollywood. They're really gonna make it there. Okay, yeah. So moving on, we're gonna talk about Lakeith Stanfield. I have such an appreciation and adoration for this man.
Yeah, he's so good.
He is so good, and I think he really needs to show off more because he's so good. He needs more roles.
I've actually
So
seen some of him in Atlanta, like the TV shows. The TV
yes,
show.
that's what I was watching clips of him because I
Oh.
wanted to kind of when we were choosing this list, I wanted to include him, but I wanted to make sure I also saw more about him. So I watched some clips in Atlanta.
Yeah.
But damn.
He's really
Damn.
good. Yeah.
This guy, even in Uncut Gems.
Oh right. Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, like he is. He goes from this gritty, hard-hitting character to someone who's so like soft and hopeless and romantic in the photograph to the creepiest guy in Get Out. Like,
oh my god, yeah, the Get Out, his performance was like he didn't have a big role, but his performance in that was really good.
Even that small part, like it made a lasting impression, and that's when I'm like, oh, this guy's got to be put to use. Like he's got something. So Lakeith Stanfield is only 29 years of age, and you may have seen him in films like Sorry to Bother You, the TV show Atlanta, The Photograph, Get Out, Uncut Gems, and Straight Outta Compton. And some of the notable awards he's won or been nominated for. He was the BAFTA EE Rising Star nominee in 2019. He won the Black Reel Award for TV Outstanding Supporting Actor for Atlanta. He won the Best Actor Award for Tracks in the 24 FPS International Short Film. And he was named the African American Film Critics Association Breakout Actor or Breakout Performance in Crown Heights. So, yeah, I mean, you can talk about this as well, but, like, I love him and his performances.
Yeah, he has a lot of, like, range as well.
Mm-hmm. He's got range, and I feel like, in general, I don't know how much of in person he really is, like, lively.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes maybe I think he's just kind of like, he's a very chill guy, but I feel like he brings such liveliness to his performances. Like, there's, this quality to them that I always feel like is just so bright.
Yeah.
Even when he may not be. And I think that's, you know, being able to take yourself out of the equation in preparing for a role, even though you want yourself to, like, you want a quality of your personality to make the role different than other people would play it. But to still also be able to take yourself out of it and just commit to that role and not, you know, like, get out of your own head. That is also extremely hard to do. So he, I think, you know, when he made his debut, I think in, what's it called? For Short Term 12, I think it was. But overall, I think he needs to be given more movie roles because he did a really good job in Atlanta, and I think that he can really bring that to some very, very interesting projects.
Yes. So the next person we're going to be talking about is very young, and that is Jacob Tremblay, who's only 13 years old, and he's been in popular films such as The Wonder, Room, Good Boys, Before I Wake, The Book of Henry, and recently Doctor Sleep. So the notable awards he's won is Canadian Screen Award for Best Actor for Room, Satellite Award Breakthrough Performance for Room. Okay, so all of these awards we're going to be listing, he won for Room. Yes. Well, one of them he's been a nominee. He was nominated for Screen Actors Guild for Best Supporting Actor. He won the Young Entertainer Award, Best Leading Young Actor. He won the Broadcast Film Critics Association, Best Young Actor. And he won the Austin Film Critics Association Breakthrough Artist, all for Room. And I kind of understand because his performance in that movie was not easy, but he still pulled it off very well.
That was not easy.
And he was only I think 10 or 11 in that movie.
Like, can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Like, what were you and I doing when we were 10 or 11?
Nothing.
Like, nothing. He is insanely talented. That role is just, you could tell, even from the performance he gave, how grueling and demanding in a different respect that performance.
And that was his first ever movie, right?
Yeah, I think that was his first feature.
Yeah, and he played that role, and the whole story behind the role is not really easy. No, it's not lighthearted.
And I'm sure, I mean, even just being able to grasp that concept as a reader, as a viewer,
Yeah.
not to mention to be in it, to be such a central character in that story. Like, that's incredibly difficult for such a young actor.
Yeah.
And he, again, like, not in a physical sense, but in an emotional sense, it's a very demanding, grueling role because it's a very hard-hitting story.
Yeah, it's not an
And
easy thing to process, you know.
he was able to embrace it, and
Yeah.
he brought such a liveliness, this shining, light in such a dark.
He was definitely like he definitely brought more of a lighthearted tone to the movie because his character was just so innocent and young and just like a kid.
Yeah, but like it was even when he was like demanding questions from Brie Larson of like like who are we living with, like why are we here, like what is this, and you could tell he was getting upset because he didn't know what was happening. He was never explained anything. He was just trying to figure out his way in what he knew of as his world.
And if you guys have seen the movie, you would know what we're talking about. We definitely recommend checking it out.
It's a beautiful, and Brie Larson actually won the Best Actress Academy Award.
Yeah.
Very well deserved as well. She really brought it in that film. Like, really brought it.
Also, his performance in Wonder made me tear up. That movie was based on
adorable.
I think it was based on like a true person, like a real person. With that,
really? I loved the novel too. The novel is
the novel is really good, but it's based on like a real condition that people have, I think. And his performance was so good.
It wasn't even like so that again in comparison to Room, for example, that character wasn't really hard. Like it was an uncomfortable situation for the character. So I guess they were kind of like dealing with that, but it was more like it was a growing up, coming of age kind of thing.
But also like someone someone dealing with a condition like that. It's like really kind of hard to get into that mindset and kind of, like just get into the mindset of how you can go to school, how you can actually like, live your life with this. It's really hard situation, but he managed to pull it off. And also the story was really touching because it shows you like no matter what people's conditions are, they're still, it doesn't take away from the fact of what kind of person they are.
Mm-hmm. And again, like just coming back to that, even though it was like, I guess in that mindset wise it was harder, but in comparison to Room, for example, this was mainly a coming of age, like lighthearted, fun time, but he still like he made it something special. I don't think anyone else. It was a I guess at first glance like a simple role, but like he made it something so different. He had such a good dynamic with the cast and with his family, and even when he was in the wrong, or when Augie did something that he wasn't supposed to, or whatever, like he made us want to feel, like he made us feel so connected to him.
Yeah.
We felt bad when he felt bad. We felt happy when he felt happy.
Yeah.
Or we felt like the parent. Like we felt like we had to care for him.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It was he. When he gets older, even now, I mean, even in Good Boys was hilarious.
I haven't seen it yet.
Good Boys is like the raunchiest, like it's basically a bunch of kids in an R-rated movie doing the most like the raunchiest things, ever. But it's hilarious. And I really liked it, and I think it was a really funny role he had. Like, they were just a bunch of kids, like trying to grow up, and he obviously very different from Wonder. This is not lighthearted, not very like warm toned, but he did a really good job in that too. So, I think he's got a really, really bright future ahead of him. And speaking of very young actors, Mckenna Grace is another one on our list.
Yeah, oh my god.
He's basically been in literally every.
Literally, that one kid you see in every movie is Mckenna Grace.
It's Mckenna Grace in every single film. So she's 14. You've probably seen her in things like.
I've seen her in like so many things. Like it's.
Even just like as cameos. Like she was in that Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, Gifted, Annabelle Comes Home, Captain Marvel, I, Tonya, Troop Zero, The Bad Seed, Independence Day, Resurgence,
And
and
many
there's
more.
tons more
Yeah.
that I haven't even
Like,
mentioned.
literally that one kid you see in every movie is Mckenna Grace.
Yeah, like she's always playing the younger version of the actress, the blonde actress.
But
You should
I
hear like
feel
the
like
podcast.
she also has a lot of range, and she's gonna be a really good actress when she grows up because
I
she's
want
been.
her to be given more demanding roles like Gifted. Like she almost got the cameo kind of hand of things.
And
You
she's
know what I mean?
also in Young Sheldon as well, I think.
Yeah, I think she is. But yeah, no, I feel like she sometimes got the cameo hand of things, and that she'll play the younger version of the character, or she'll just have a small part in the story.
Yeah.
But you can tell that she wants to do more.
Like, Gifted
And
was so good.
I really liked her in Gifted. I think she actually did a surprisingly really good job because I saw her as the cameo girl.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of like, oh,
yeah.
she plays the backstory.
But when you do see her in cameos, you're like, this person has potential.
Yeah, I could see something. I think a lot. Same thing with a lot of these people on the list. They need to be given the opportunity to show off, and through those opportunities, they can grow, they learn, and they become better. And I think that's something very similar with her situation.
I
But I
also,
think she's
yeah,
just like a like young, like red carpet star. I think she already has like that kind of because she's so young, growing up in the industry. You can tell she's got that like that charisma, that charm, as a person, which I think can really
yeah,
really lend to some interesting characters. Sorry, what were you saying?
yeah. I was just gonna say, like, she's gonna be in the upcoming Ghostbusters film.
Is she really? I did
Yeah,
not know that.
she's gonna be. I don't know what role she's playing, but I think she's gonna be one of the leads, which is
Oh wow!
pretty
Thank
good.
God.
Yeah.
I really better not be a cameo. But yeah, so in terms of the awards she's won, she won the Hollywood Critics Association Next Generation of Hollywood Award, very fitting, for 2020. She was a nominee for the Women Film Critics Circle Award for Best Young Actress for Gifted. She won the Phoenix Film Critics Society Breakthrough Performance in Gifted, as well as the Phoenix Film Critics Society Best Youth Performance for Gifted, and was a nominee for the Broadcast Film Critics Association Award for Best Young Actor for Gifted. So
So you,
I want to see more Mckenna Grace.
yeah. So you can tell, like, from these awards, like, she has potential. She's been nominated and won, like, quite a few times. So you can see that she needs, like, a breakthrough role that will help her, just like Jacob Tremblay.
Mm-hmm. So I think she can have a very similar career to Jacob, and she probably already does in her cameos or in the small roles she's had.
Yeah.
But I really want it to lead up to something bigger. Like I want to see her challenged, like in Gifted.
Yeah.
I really want, and she's got that emotion. Like she is really good at emotional recall. Like
Yes.
she's good at like being sad and bringing about those emotions. And I think in a lead role in a drama or something very similar.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I think she would skyrocket.
But also, I think the good thing of, like, about her, like, she has an advantage because she's been on so many different types of movies. Like, she's been in horror,
Right.
comedy, like action, adventure, drama. She's been in so many different, like, genres
She's
of,
already got so much experience.
yeah, like, for
So
so many different genres. So I feel like she's it's slow. It's gonna take, like, not like it's not gonna happen right away. But I feel like if she works hard, she will be a good actress one day.
definitely.
So, yeah, the
Yeah.
next person we are going to be talking about, also fairly young, is Florence Pugh, who is 24. She's been in Little Women, Midsummer, Fighting with My Family, Malevolent, King Lear, Lady Macbeth, The Falling, and she's going to be in the upcoming Black Widow film. So yeah, she is also a really good actress. Florence
Oh my
Pugh,
god.
yeah.
Midsummer was like.
Oh my god, I really loved Midsummer. It was so weird, but also, like, her performance was
Oh my god.
very
Like
good.
you have to be so emotionally open in that sort of role.
Yeah,
Like I know from experience of like learning of this thing because I'm trying to get into acting. It's incredibly difficult to it's like the Olympics. It's like the acting Olympics. I remember actually one of the lead star in Westworld mentioned how in Westworld it was like the acting Olympics because you have to go from from robotic
Oh
to
yeah, yeah,
human to vulnerable to serious, like it's
yeah.
all over the place. And it was very similar and very reminiscent of this film in Midsummer. It's all over the place, and you have to be up to the challenge in every single circumstance.
Also,
I'm actually shocked she did not even get nominated for an Academy Award or a Golden Globe.
I thought she was like nominated for like a supporting actress for Academy.
For Midsummer?
Oh no, wait, that was Little Women, I think.
Yeah, I think it was Little Women.
Oh, okay, but Midsummer
But
she should have been nominated.
oh yeah, that's what I mean. Like Midsummer was something else, man. Like I
Yeah,
couldn't watch the entire thing because I was just so
I
like,
actually watched like the first time I watched it, I watched the extended cut, so I was like,
oh God,
but it
that
was
was
still it was still
crazy.
pretty good. Like the whole like tone of the film was very like intense, and it just got so much more intense. But I
Yeah.
liked the whole like visual and cinematography of the film. I thought it was very
Mm-hmm.
aesthetically pleasing,
Oh, of
especially her in
course.
the
Sorry, Aster. It's
yeah.
A24. You gotta expect
I
something of that
love
par.
A24.
A24 is another breed of
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
Like, oh my God. I feel like we should even just do an episode dedicated to A24.
Honestly, A24 makes like some of the most aesthetically pleasing films.
It just like grit, hard hitting, but so deep.
Yeah.
Like they've always got something, a special quality to their films. So I
Also,
love it.
how was she in Little Women?
I really liked her in Little Women. I don't know how much, like she kind of played someone who was very emotional, like closed off, but she wanted to kind of bring about that emotion.
So
Kind of very
she was the
similar to
main
Joe.
character, right?
She's one of the main
Oh,
characters,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
But she, I think, did a good job. Like she did a fair, like it wasn't too out there, but I
Yeah.
think at the same time it doesn't always have to be out there. Like I think she did a really good job of what she was given, and in King Lear and Lady Macbeth, and Lady Macbeth, like in King Lear, first of all, she was opposite like Anthony Hopkins, I believe,
Oh, right, you're right.
or
Yeah.
in Lady Macbeth, and like those kind of Shakespearean roles, like
Are not
not
easy.
everyone can do it,
Yeah.
especially when it's brought to film. That's another thing.
Yeah.
Like Shakespeare in film and Shakespeare in theater are very different
Yeah.
sometimes,
Yeah.
right? It's different tone, like tonality and different circumstance of things. So um, I
Have you seen Fighting with My Family?
I still have not seen that
Oh
film,
my
although
god,
I've heard very good things of
you
it.
need to watch it. It's so good.
Oh my God, I know. I heard.
It's based on the WWE wrestler Paige, and she plays Paige, and it's like the whole like story about her wanting to get into the WWE, and The Rock is in it too. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
obviously The Rock has to be in it because
Right. It's
WWE.
always WWE.
Yeah, and obviously we are very excited to see her in Black Widow
Yes, yes.
because she plays one of the leading roles, and she might be in the future. She might be the future of the MCU, like one of the future characters. So
Mm-hmm.
we're really excited for her.
That's gonna be really, really fun to see.
Yeah.
And hopefully, I really think she is gonna have a very, very bright future.
Mm-hmm.
And we've already seen that through her, even the award she's won to this day, which we can quickly go over. She's won the Academy Award. She was a nominee for Best Supporting Actress for an Academy Award for Little Women. She was a nominee for the BAFTA EE Rising Star Award for Little Women. She won the Alliance of Women Film Journalists Best Supporting Actress for Little Women, and was also named the Alliance of Women Film Journalists Breakthrough Performer. She won a Best Actress Award in the British Independent Film Awards for Lady Macbeth. She won a Cannes Film Festival Chapal Trophy Award, which is also very big.
Mm-hmm.
She won the Best Actress Award at the Dublin International Film Festival for Lady Macbeth. She won the Evening Standard British Film Awards Most Promising Newcomer for Lady Macbeth. She was named the Gold Derby Award Breakthrough Performer for 2019 and was named Best Actress, or was a nominee for Best Actress for the National Society of Film Critics for Midsummer and Little Women. She is going to go very far places. She's already working with some of the best.
Yeah.
So I really think she's going to be a forefronter of the next generation of Hollywood for sure.
Yes. So, the next person we're going to be talking about is Dev Patel, who is 30. He's been in films such as Lion, Slumdog Millionaire, Hotel Mumbai, The Man Who Knew Infinity, The Personal History of David Copperfield, Best Exotic Marigold Hotel franchise. He is also pretty good. Like he has a lot of range as well, I think.
Yeah, I actually I don't know how much range it is of more just like again similar to Saoirse Ronan, I think just like heart and
Yeah.
like an open like connectivity to characters,
Yeah.
especially in Lion. That was
Oh
very
my
very
god,
good in
that was
Lion.
so good.
Lion was beautiful, and even actually Slumdog Millionaire. I
Yeah.
think like it was the first time that kind of like Bollywood that sense of Bollywood was brought to the big screen in the Western industry, and so people obviously were not used to it. But he kind of he brought the best of both worlds. He didn't make it too Bollywood over exaggerated, like we know. He made it very very I guess digestible for the U.S. market. Um, and then I think, yeah, I feel like he's such a sweet person as well, so down to earth, so grateful for the opportunities he gets. Even in that the show Modern Love, he actually won an Emmy for his performance in that. He also did a really good job in that miniseries, which is on Amazon.
And also like Slumdog Millionaire, I remember was like I think had like 8 Academy Award nominations and won like 7 of
Oh
them.
yeah, and won Best Picture.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Like he, you know, he's already, you know, even though he's not like as well known, I think he's really starting to become like very, very well known. And he started when he was young, like
Yeah.
very young.
Mhm.
So I think it actually started with Slumdog Millionaire. He started when he was in that show Skins, and then people saw him in Skins, and then that's when they wanted him to play in Slumdog Millionaire. And frankly, even in The Man Who Knew Infinity, I really liked him in that.
Yeah, I haven't seen like all his films, but I've seen Lion, Slumdog Millionaire, and The Man Who Knew Infinity, and I thought he was really good in all three.
Yeah, and I think also one of the things I love about him is that again, of course, like for example, with us both being of Indian descent, um, he is someone who had to really battle the typecast.
Yeah.
You know, like
Mhm.
they didn't a lot of and frankly a lot of the films he was playing. Unfortunately, it's sad, but it's true. Like he plays in those Indian roles. He played in Lion, he played in Slumdog Millionaire, he played in The Man Who Knew Infinity, he played Best Exotic Marigold Hotel was literally him in an Indian wedding. Even in Hotel Mumbai. And it's not to say that it's bad, but it's just saying like, you know, he's openly talked about this as well. He's really had to overcome the typecast.
Yeah.
And in Modern Love, I loved that they did that in Modern Love. They didn't like I guess accentuate his heritage or his background. You know, like they didn't make it all about the fact that he's Indian. They made it that he was a person, that a person with beautiful range and love for his craft, and it won him an Emmy. So I think I want to see him in a lot more, like in different types of roles
Yeah.
that don't typecast him.
Mhm.
Because I think that's something. Although it has brought him this far, I know he feels the same way as he's talked about it. Like he can do so much better than that as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, hopefully that happens. But either way, I think he's very very seasoned. Someone who's also very professional. And knows how to kind of go about a performance. So some of the awards that he's won include he was the Best Supporting Actor nominee for the Academy Award for Lion. He won a Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actor for Lion. He won a Primetime Emmy for Outstanding Guest Actor in a Comedy for Modern Love. He won the Best Young Actor Critics' Choice Award for Slumdog Millionaire. He won a BAFTA Best Supporting Actor for Lion. He won a Screen Actors Guild for Outstanding Actor for Slumdog Millionaire. He won an AACTA Award for Best Supporting Actor in Lion, and he was also named the Most Promising Actor for the British Independent Film Awards for Slumdog Millionaire. So this guy, I want to see him on a lot more roles because
yeah.
I want to see him not less typecast.
Yeah.
I think he's done it. He's done it all, and I want to see him in something else.
Yes.
So yeah, but moving on from that, then we have one of my personal favorites of this list.
Me too.
I literally am in love with her.
Yeah,
and
same.
And everything she stands for, Zendaya. She's only 24, And she made such an incredible jump from Disney to West, like proper film, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
Not even, I shouldn't say proper film. I should just say like the general market of
like
film.
giving more of an opportunity.
Right. Like she was really, and I mean, I actually remember even talking about it with people when back in like 2016, 2017, when she just first came out with her movies. And like this, like she's going far. Like she's
Yeah,
already,
and
done so
she
much.
like obviously she's known for like the fashion industry and the fashion industry because she's always slaying the red carpets.
Oh my God, she's the fashion icon.
But
She's done. She did even that Tommy Hilfiger line.
she collaborated with Tommy Hilfiger, which is so cool. But also like I feel like she talked about this before in interviews that she's had a hard time breaking out of the Disney stereotype. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad we're glad that she's been given more of an opportunity.
And I think, like, for example, like some of her most popular films include The Greatest Showman, Spider-Man: Homecoming, and Far From Home. Smallfoot, of course, Shake It Up is a classic. Casey Undercover, Euphoria. Euphoria, I really think. So Spider-Man: Homecoming and Far From Home, I think we're still reminiscent of that Disney-esque
Yeah,
kind of thing.
I
Even
feel
The Greatest Showman, because The Greatest Showman was musical.
I feel like the first time I saw Zendaya really like act was in Euphoria because I've seen the
That's
whole
what I was gonna
show.
say.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I've seen the whole show, so I was like,
Oh,
she has
Euphoria was
she has
beautiful. I love that show
she
so
has
much.
she has so much potential because like in Euphoria she plays a completely different character from the Spider-Man and the Disney like kind of stereotype roles that she kind of played.
And it was so funny because her personality herself, I feel like is very like it's chill.
Yeah.
It's not even like so as lively or as like fluffy and bubbly as a lot of the other characters she played. And in Spider-Man, we kind of saw that a little bit. And especially we see that in Euphoria. Like again, Euphoria, I really think is the thank God for it because it really showed, um, you know, film lovers that she has the potential to really take over the industry.
Yeah,
She's
exactly.
not just that Disney girl.
Yeah.
And she again phenomenal. I really can't wait to see if she wins the Emmy. Um, I think she's up against some very strong
Oh yeah, she
competition.
was nominated for an Emmy, which was so
Yeah,
cool. Yeah.
so we'll see that again. She's up against some very strong competition, so it could go any way. But I
But
really, really
even
hope
being just nominated for an Emmy was just
that's at such a young age
yeah.
for such a gigantic role. That's saying something. So some awards that she's already won. Again, she's a nominee currently for the Emmy Awards, Primetime Emmy for Best Actress in a Drama for Euphoria. She won the Saturn Award Best Supporting Actress for Spider-Man: Far From Home, which I hate to say this because I love her so much. I don't know how um where the judging of that was.
Yeah, honestly.
Like I love her, but I'm like, and I love her character, but I did not like the Spider-Man standalone movies
I
for
feel
Tom
like
Holland.
also Spider-Man didn't really show her potential either
Yeah,
because like she was
it was very standard.
it felt like Homecoming felt like Spider-Man featuring Zendaya. Like it
Yeah,
was not like Zendaya was in the forefront. She was just a side character.
right. And even in Far From Home, of course, we actually got more of a character from her because of all the ships and everything like that.
But
Um,
it still felt like a Disney character.
yeah, it didn't really
Like show her
yeah.
potential.
I don't know what competition she was up against for that, but I mean, it's still good for her because I love her.
Yeah.
She was a two-time BET Young Stars Award nominee. She won the Black Wheel Outstanding Actress in a Drama Award for Euphoria. She has 3 Kids' Choice Awards for Favorite Female TV Star, all for Casey Undercover. 3 times she's won it. She won the People's Choice Favorite Female Movie Star for Spider-Man: Far From Home, People's Choice Favorite Drama TV Star for Euphoria, the Satellite Best Actress in a Drama Series Award for Euphoria, and a Shorty Best Celebrity in 2020. So,
Hopefully she gets more to like do and more acting kind of role in the third Spider-Man because like yeah, because like I feel like in the first two she didn't really get that
right,
much
but
to
I don't
do.
know if that's a franchise you can really rely on that for that
I
to
know, I
happen.
know. I just feel like I just like want her to have more of a serious role in
I
those.
agree, but I don't think it's going to be out of that. I think she's really going to need to take on some other stuff. Although again, she's crazy. Like, she's already done so much with modeling and fashion and business and being a role model for people and speaking out against very important issues,
Yeah.
especially in the Black community. So she's just someone who I think is such an amazing role model all around, an amazing talented artist and young creative.
Oh, and she's also going to be in the new Dune movie.
Yes, I almost forgot about that. So I think again, yeah, like she's starting to get those roles. She's really starting to kind of come out of her Disney shell.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love to see it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see how far she goes.
Yes. So the next person, I actually have not heard of that much.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, I haven't.
Okay, so let me introduce her.
Okay, yeah,
so,
sure.
For those of you who don't know Yara Shahidi, I don't know what you're doing. Because
I've seen her in that one movie, the based on the I've seen her in some
The Sun
clips.
Is Also a Star?
Yeah, and I've seen her in some clips on Blackish.
Yes. So the reason I actually added her is because she, I think she's a good actress, but she's also done a lot with her platform for activism and
Oh right,
standing up
yeah,
for
I've heard
things.
that, yeah.
And she actually, Oprah Winfrey went on the Ellen Show and said, and I think it was the Ellen Show. She was asked who she thinks like a newcomer like actress or like star that she really wants to look out for, and she named Yara Shahidi. She goes, I think Yara Shahidi is going to be the next big star. So I mean, and I think you can see that. Obviously, right now she's still in her beginning stages, but I think with her the I guess intelligence and aptitude she has for her other ventures and activism in just using her platform for doing so much good.
Right.
I think she really deserves to be on this list because she is really gonna. I think that's gonna also really help to boost up her career and make her such a good role model for people to look up to.
Also, like the movie The Sun Is Also a Star gave her a really good boost because that's based on a popular teen novel. So I feel like and playing a lead role as a Black woman is really, we need more of that. So I feel like that movie really helped her. And also, I haven't seen the movie, but I heard it was pretty decent.
Yeah, I mean, again, like she's also really good with style, and although right now she may not seem so like incredibly strong as an actress because she hasn't been given that opportunity, I can tell she's very, she, I think her political activism and her like want to again use her platform for educating people. She's very articulate in that way. I think that's why she deserves to be on this list because that's really going to help her. Mm-hmm. So I can't wait to see how far she goes. Currently, she's held she's a two-time BET Young Stars Award winner. She won the NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Supporting Actress for Blackish. She won a Glamour Award for The New Voice. She won the Grace Allen Award for Outstanding Female Actor in a Breakthrough Role for Blackish. And she was a nominee for the MTV Movie and TV Awards Next Generation Award for Blackish. So, yeah, I can't wait to see more of Yara Shahidi in the future.
Yes, so the next person we're going to be talking about has been in a lot of movies, popular movies and TV shows, and that is Zoe Kravitz. So
Love Zoe Kravitz.
she's 31 years old. We are both big fans of her. Her dad is actually the legend Lenny Kravitz, who's
also and stepdad is Jason Momoa.
Yeah, oh my god.
So she's got two amazing dads.
Yeah. So the popular film she's been in is Divergent. She was in the Fantastic Beast 2. She was in the HBO show Big Little Lies. She had her own show where she was the lead called High Fidelity. She was in Mad Max Fury Road. She was in the movie called Rough Night, After Earth, Dope, and she is in the upcoming Batman movie alongside Robert Pattinson. So that's a really good slate of movies and TV shows.
Yeah, I mean, High Fidelity is something else. I'm so sad it got canceled because the writing, like the story, the fact that she put in so much time to venture into something else, for writing and for high fidelity, it really paid off.
Also,
It
she was
really,
really good in Big Little Lies as well.
yeah. I actually have seen only clips. I want to get it.
Oh, I
Really want to
watched the
watch
whole
that.
show with my parents, and we really liked her character.
How many seasons is that, by the way?
There's 2 seasons.
How many episodes do we know?
I think like 10 or 12 in each episode.
Oh, okay, okay.
I think, I don't know.
That's why I just want to see if it was shorter. Yeah, I definitely want to start that because the cast also was just like insane.
Yeah, and she's co-starring with a lot of big names, and she really
Mhm.
stands out throughout the show. Like her character is really, I'm not gonna give anything away, but her character is very, like, has a prominent role in the show.
Wow. I'm like, yeah, I definitely need to watch that. But she's again so she comes from a background of people who are so
Talented.
well known,
Yeah.
but she never relies on that. She always distinguishes herself as her own person
Yeah.
and her own artist. And I think also what makes her so special is that she's into acting, but again, she writes. I can see her. I mean, I can even see her directing at times. Like she's into other art forms.
Also, Dope was a really good movie.
Yes. Dope. I loved Dope. I can't believe I almost forgot about Dope. She's just like that cool, chill character.
Yeah.
It's just like, hanging back and whatever. I can definitely see that very reminiscent in her own personality.
Yeah.
But she actually sings too.
Yeah.
And she's a model and she's doing all this other stuff. So
and
I think it's gonna be amazing.
And now she's like landed one of the most iconic roles in the comic book realm, which is Catwoman. So that's really good.
Yeah, and I think she's really has her time right now. Like she's really using all of these projects to her advantage to show her level of skill in many different art forms and many different fields of work in the industry.
Yeah.
Which makes her more wanted, more considered for different roles, more recognized and reputable. And I think she's gonna go very, very far as well. So I can't wait to see what she does.
Yes.
Yeah. So love me some Zoe Kravitz. Last up on our list is someone who I think is literally going to.
Oh, I'm a big fan of this next person.
Rule Hollywood. Let me say this.
I'm a big fan of.
If he doesn't, it's gonna be the biggest snob of the century.
Oh wait, we forgot to mention that Zoe Kravitz has.
Oh, the awards! Oh my goodness! Sorry guys, jumping this ship here.
But yeah, we'll talk about Daniel Kaluuya after because he's just amazing.
Oh God, love that man. So notable awards for Zoe Kravitz. The All Deaf Movie Award she was a nominee for the Best Actress All Deaf Movie Award for Dope. She won the Outstanding Supporting Actress Award for the Black Reel, or she was actually nominated for the Black Reel Outstanding Supporting Actress Award for Dope. She won the Black Reel TV Award Outstanding Comedy Writing for High Fidelity, very, very well deserved. Milano International Film Festival Best Supporting Actress for The Road Within, and she also was named the Napa Valley Film Festival Best Actress for The Road Within. So also very seasoned in that way.
Yeah.
But sorry, moving on to Daniel Kaluuya because I have so much respect, love, adoration from this man.
Yeah, he's really good. He has a lot of stuff under his belt, and he's immensely talented.
Oh God, he just exudes talent. I think
so
in such a crazy way.
Yeah, so he's in his early 30s, and you want to list the films?
Yeah, sure. So some of his most popular films include, of course, Get Out, Queen and Slim, Black Panther, Widows, Sicario, and Shoot the Messenger, among others.
Yes. So obviously, have you seen Get Out?
I can't do horror. I know it's not horror, and I know it's supposed to be amazing because I love Jordan Peele, but I just take breaks, so I watch clips.
Oh yeah, but from what you've seen, he's amazing.
The clips,
yeah.
Like, oh my God, that's of course that iconic scene where he's like crying.
This whole role was so intense, but he pulled it off so well.
Yeah, another role you have to be very emotionally open for. One, you have to be willing to adapt and get ready for anything.
Yeah.
And be comfortable with anything.
Yes.
So.
And he was in Black Panther, obviously. Like he was the I don't remember which character he played, but he was really I remember like he did a really memorable performance in that movie, and we can't
Yeah.
wait to see him come back.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen Queen and Slim. Have you?
I have seen clips of Queen and Slim because I haven't seen the full movie yet but I really was waiting for it, and oh my god, it looks so good. It looks so good. I can't
Hmm.
wait to see the full thing because he, I think, just brings like it's dark, I guess undertone, and it's sad but it's real, and it tells the story of such a relatable story
Yeah.
to a lot of people, unfortunately, in a really, really beautiful way. And
Yes.
it almost is reminiscent of like an indie film kind of thing, like
Yeah.
indie independent. But it feels also has got such like a cool vibe to it, but with such a strong message. I loved what I even just saw so far. So I just absolutely cannot wait to
Yeah.
see him in more things. And also, can I just say his personality in general, I think is just like the cutest. Like he's just so like chill,
He
but like
seems so
happy about
chill. Yeah.
everything. I love his Graham Norton interviews. Those are my favorite.
So yeah,
Um,
his upcoming movie is actually called Judas and the Black Messiah, and
yes,
it
that one is looks. Oh my god, I can't wait for
and
that.
he actually co-stars alongside Lakeith Steinfeld. So
Yeah, two of our favorites.
yeah,
So
and
that
this movie is actually produced by the director of Black Panther, Ryan Coogler. So that's gonna be pretty interesting and also really cool because like that connection.
Yeah, exactly. I think that I mean same thing with Saoirse Ronan with Greta Gerwig.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
same
Yeah,
connection with Lady Bird and Little Women with this, I think can really help.
yeah,
But even if it wasn't, I think that role, I just have a feeling that it's gonna be beautiful. I feel like it's gonna be a very reminiscent of Black KK Klansman
yeah.
and like with John David Washington, like how strong the lead he was. Like I can't wait to see what
Let's
Danielle
just
Craig.
hope we get to see it next year.
Oh my god, I know, right? I can't imagine to see what else happens this year. But yeah, so in the most, do you want to list some of his notable awards?
Yeah, so he was actually nominated for an Academy Award for Get Out. He won the Golden Globe for Best Actor, Musical, or Comedy for Get Out.
Although
Um,
I don't know where the musical or comedy has
yeah, I
fits
don't
in.
know how this was a musical or a comedy, but he won a Golden Globe, so
I mean, yeah,
I don't know how that got into that category, but yeah.
yeah.
He won a BAFTA Rising Star Award in 2018. He won the MTV Movie and TV Award for Next Generation for Get Out. He won the National Society of Film Critics Best Actor for Get Out. He won the NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Actor for Get Out. He won the Jack Tinker Award for Most Promising Newcomer for Sucker Punch. He won the Black Film Critics Circle Rising Star Award, and he won the Hamptons International Film Festival winner. He was a Hamptons International Film Festival winner for Variety Top 10 Actors to Watch.
So yeah, I mean, he's already being recognized as an up and coming powerhouse
Yeah,
of talent. So I think again, love that guy. I can't wait to see what he does as well.
yeah,
But yeah, that concludes our list of the top 13 actors we think are really going to go places
yeah.
and going to become the next generation of Hollywood. We do have 4 other people we're going to briefly mention. We won't go into too much detail about them, but we just wanted to mention them because we think they also deserve a little bit of recognition. One is Eliza Scanlon, who hopefully you know of because she's actually done
Yeah, I saw her
a
first in
lot
yeah,
in
I've seen
industry.
her yeah, I've seen her first in the HBO show alongside Amy Adams.
The Sharp Objects.
Yeah, she was really
Yes,
good in that one. Oh my
I've
God.
heard a much. I've seen a lot of that. She's received a lot of critical acclaim
Yeah,
for
her
that.
role was so dark and twisted. Like it was very well done.
Oh, that's amazing. I know her from Little Women. I also know her from. I remember actually seeing some clips of Sharp Objects, and I know that she also. I don't know how I even saw this, but she was in like an Australian soap opera, and I
Oh,
think
really?
my friend was actually trying to introduce me to her, and showed me like a clip of it when she was just started out in like 2017, and I had no idea who she was, but I was like, oh wow, she's actually decently
Yeah.
good. And now she's starting to get more prominent in these. And she's also going to be, I think, in The Devil All the Time.
I remember, yeah, she's gonna be in the Netflix movie,
The Devil All
alongside,
the Time.
alongside Tom
Alongside
Holland.
the biggest names in Hollywood.
Yeah, and also I remember when I saw her in Sharp Objects, I was like, this young actress is gonna go far, because I was like,
Yeah.
that role was so, like, you could tell it's so hard to do that type of role, and she pulled it off really well.
Yeah, so we can't wait to see her. Along the same lines of The Devil All the Time, we have Tom Holland, who we wanted to mention. We actually were talking about this even before this episode,
Yeah.
which we can just really briefly mention. We think this guy actually has a lot of talent aside from Spider-Man.
Yeah,
And he obviously had to break out of that Spider-Man because he didn't have as well known of a career before Spider-Man. I think he did the Broadway show before.
oh, and he did the movie The Impossible, which was really good.
The Impossible was, oh my god, so good.
Yeah, but
With
Naomi Watts and Ewan McGregor.
So I think, yeah, again, before that, like, there were a couple of movies here and there, but it wasn't until Spider-Man where he really took off, I think, and everyone just knew who he was. But because of that, it's so hard to kind of break away from that Spider-Man typecast.
Because now everyone thinks of him as Peter Parker Spider-Man.
Right. Because in those kind of movies, you're not really, I hate to say it, but you're not really playing the person, you're mainly playing the character, right?
Because
you may have the person behind it.
Yeah.
But then it's more like it's a kind of filtered out version of a role.
And also, like, with comic book movies, you have to do everything by the book because people will criticize you like crazy if you don't. Like, you don't have that much freedom to do stuff.
There's not a lot of room to play. So I think, like, for example, I'm so excited to see him in Cherry
because I've
heard very good things from
Oh my god, that book is... Oh, I had to, like... there were many times during that book where I had to put it down because I was, like, so shocked about what the content was. It was very hard to read, actually.
Oh wow, I have not checked out the novel yet, but
So yeah, I'm actually really curious to see what he does in that, like, movie, because the book is super intense.
And you would never expect him for that role, like, in all people. But I guess the Russo brothers really saw his potential and they wanted to collaborate on it, and they have been praising his performance ever since, it hasn't come out yet, and they're already saying he, Academy Award nomination soon or something. So I can't wait to see him in that. And even The Devil All the Time, I was actually very impressed with the trailer.
Oh yeah,
his performance in the trailer.
And he's starring alongside, like, big names like Robert Pattinson.
Big names.
Yeah.
So I am super excited to see him get more of those kinds of roles. Similar with Zendaya. I think they both have, like, really good potential with that.
And he's gonna be in the next Uncharted, like the new Uncharted movie.
Oh yes. So that one, I don't know again how
much you could, yeah. Like,
yeah, we're gonna see with that one.
Yeah, we talked about that in our previous podcast where we were not too sure about the movie.
Right. So yeah, I think that one I think is also, again, definitely defining Hollywood. Another person who is Natalia Dyer. So she really grew to prominence in for
Stranger Things.
But there's a new film that just came out with what's it called? Yes, God, Yes, I think it is. It's like a coming of age, exploring sexuality through the girl's point of view kind of thing. And it's supposed to be amazing. And everyone has been, like, her performance is apparently very critically acclaimed. And even in some of the old, like, her smaller roles too, I could tell that she had a lot of potential, and a lot of, like, soul, and heart, and just kindness, and just wanting to kind of exude that to other people. And
she was in Velvet Buzzsaw, right?
Yes, she was.
That was actually a really good movie.
I was Jake Gyllenhaal is one of my favorite actors of all time.
Yeah, same.
So, I mean, like, that's super exciting to see that she was in that. But yeah, I mean, I think after that as well, she's definitely gonna be more well known and be more coming out as a big star.
Hopefully, she gets more opportunities.
Oh, for sure. And then last but not least is Ian Armitage. So Ian Armitage is actually very well known for a lot of roles. One of them being he plays Sheldon in the Young Sheldon TV show. But this guy apparently is like way ahead of his league. Like apparently he's listed as a theater critic, and he's only I think he's like 13 or 12 or something.
I think he's like 12.
Yeah, so this guy is already, going very, very far places.
He was also in Big Little Lies.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's what I was going to say as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's crazy what this little guy is already doing. Similar to Jacob Tremblay and Mckenna Grace. And a lot of people are also saying he has a very, very bright future as an actor.
Yes.
So, can't wait to see more of him as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, with that being said, thank you so much, everyone, for listening to this episode. Again, this is one of the episodes we got to just kind of rant and talk a little bit about our own opinions. And we love, obviously, seeing the new coming-of-age generation of Hollywood that is going to really be at the forefront in the future. Keep an eye out, again, for more content this week on the film account at Beyond the Film, and make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel where we post all of our episodes for our podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, with that being said, we'll see you guys in another 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.